Hey y'all, a little unconventional for me, but let me see if y'all can see it. Mississippi, welcome to the Mississippi Department of Agriculture and Commerce. I have a few distant family members in Mississippi. A couple of people here know who they are, but it's a handful of select people. Because you know how it is. You draw too many people in, no diss, but you know how folks get, right? Now, I was talking to someone, and they was talking about poor states. West Virginia, because coal ain't a thing, which it is. I've already done the breakdown on coal mining and exports in the United States. Who you gonna believe? Like they say, them talking heads on MSNBC, or from the remnants of the Obama camp, or the sheer raw numbers, and look at when Side Road Joe lift the restrictions on coal and we start exporting it again out of Baltimore, out of Maryland. That's the port. That's the port where it goes. It goes on the coal. I've done the whole. As a matter of fact, I'll put the link down in it, so I'm not wasting time talking about that. Don't let them bull crap you on what's worth, what have money, and whatnot. Dig your hands in the dirt and find and pull the stuff out for yourself. Not you know what I mean. But anyway, we were talking about Mississippi, and I was like, man, the soil in most of the parts of Mississippi, especially close to the Gulf, the soil is some of the best soil in the United States, that you don't have to infuse with all kind of crap that's in there naturally. I'm like, wait a minute. So the whole world got to eat. And when you don't have to buy as much fertilizer or ground stabilizers, that Mississippi dirt is black and it clumps. And then you let it dry and the top, and it aerates itself. And I'm like, man, I wish we had dirt like that in Texas. And y'all may not know this. I can't remember the name of the plan, but in the late 60s, or it was the 70s, the United States, through some civilian businesses, brought like 3 or 4 shiploads, just like how how the coal ships go, how the top slide open and they load it with coal, of dirt from the Amazon to try to replicate its growth and mineral properties here. I'm not a man of religion, even though I've read the Bible plenty of times, but I'm like, it must be something more than just the soil, because when they brought the soil here to an undisclosed state, California, to undisclosed, and a couple of undisclosed states, Nevada, and tried to replicate the growth, South Carolina, and tried to replicate. Excuse me, y'all. There's something in the air. And tried to replicate it, and they only got like 2 or 3 growth seasons out of it, and that was it. So I don't know if it's something in the water or the air or combination, barometric pressure, wind shear. I have no idea. Anyway, it worked, but they couldn't sustain it. Mississippi doesn't have that problem. Now, I'm going to read y'all off some numbers. We're going to go down here, and I'm going to hit the big stuff, okay, about Mississippi. Mississippi doesn't have a production problem, in my opinion. Well, going by these numbers that I'm going to read off, this is from, well, y'all seen it, the Mississippi Department of Agriculture and Commerce. It's straight from them. Apparently, they have a management problem or rotation problem. Or I don't know, because I can only speculate from Texas. But I know how to read and I know how to comprehend. Agriculture is Mississippi's number one industry, employing approximately 17.4% of the state's workforce, either directly or indirectly. Agriculture in Mississippi is a $9.7 billion industry. People, that ain't a lot of money. When you supposed to be poor, it is. And that's just one industry. That's just ag. Yeah, even though it's the number one industry in the state. I don't know what timber is. Because their timber is a thing in Mississippi. Fishing. Offshore fishing is a thing in Mississippi too. Matter of fact, I need to find out what they rake in on fish. If somebody know what Mississippi rake in on fish and whatnot, let me know. Because Texas, yeah, we big on fishing, but Texas's bumper crop is oil and natural gas, and you know that moves the world. But anyway, let's go. $9.7 billion industry. There are approximately 34,700 farms in the state, covering 10.4 million acres. The average size farm is composed of 300 acres. Agriculture makes a significant contribution to all 82 counties. In celebration of the efforts of those who work so hard to feed and clothe us, we present this overview of Mississippi's top 15 agricultural crops. Okay? And this is available in commodity fact sheets in PDF form. You can go to this website, www.ms.gov and pull this up. All right, let's get them. Number one, poultry. Y'all remember that? I'll put the link to both of them because it was U.S. total, against, India and Russia and China and Xi Jinping. Oh, a super slide. Oh, we make more potato than you. Look, somebody still got to explain to me how China makes more potatoes than us. Name a Chinese dish that has potatoes in it. So are they growing them for produce, or are they using them for glue for the manufacturing process? Are they using them for chaff and glue, or for animal feed consumption? I don't know, but I never would have guessed that China grows more potatoes than the United States. That flipped me up. Poultry, $3.84 billion a year in poultry and eggs. Approximately 715 million broilers were produced in 2022. A broiler is the chicken that you grow, you cook, he's to eat. You got layers for laying hens, for eggs, and broilers for eating. Okay? There's 1,237 broiler farms, 1,459 million eggs produced in 2022, 234 farms with over 100 layers. Number two crop for Mississippi, soybeans. 1.78 billion in soybeans. This is just one season, folks. Wow. 2,280,000 acres harvested in 2022. 127,680 bushels produced in 2022 from 3,087 soybean farms. Forestry. Oh, they got timber in here, I guess, because it says forestry. To me, that's timber. 19, what? Just what? 19,235,186 acres in 2022, 125,000 forest landowners. Corn, that's their number 4 crop, 631 million. And that's 91,850,000 bushels harvested in 2022 on 1,427 farms. Number 5, cotton. I would figure cotton would be higher because we need clothes, right? Got my Dickies on. This is a cotton blend, cotton poly blend, so it breathes a little better. 525,000 acres harvested, 1.13 million bales out of 780 farms. Cattle and calves, of course, you can't touch Texas when it comes to cattle. That's just a thing. Number 6, bumper crop cattle, $318 million, 910,000 head on 15,980 farms. Catfish, so they got the fishing in here. They counting it as well, agriculture. I guess it do fall under agriculture and commerce. Hey, I'll take it. 34,100 acres of production area and 205 operations. $258 million a year in catfish. Hay, I didn't see that one coming. Number 8, hay, 164 million. 1.4 million tons of hay produced in 2022. 610,000 acres harvested. 11,565 hay farms. Sweet potatoes. Now, that one's easy to believe. Which is number 9. $112 million harvested last year in sweet potatoes. 5.4 million hundredweight produced. 172 sweet potato farms. Hogs, I can see that too. Number 10, 112 million, just like sweet potatoes. So they tied. 170,000 hogs and pigs out of 437 hog farms. 11. We only going to 15. That's all they got. Number 11, horticultural crops. 111 million. Horticulture crops includes, say that 3 times real fast, includes vegetables, melons, potatoes, fruits, tree nuts, berries, nursery, greenhouses, floricultural, sod, and crimma trees. It don't say how many farms or whatnot. It just says 100, and it just says 100. Ooh, flip. See, it don't have it broke down. It just says how many. So y'all don't think I'm sandbagging you. Number 12 is rice, 97 million. Wow. 6,216,000 hundredweight rice produced in 2022. God dang, 221 rice farms in Mississippi. God dang. Wheat, I didn't see this one coming because normally, you're Nebraska, your Kansas, Missouri, that, there's your wheat normally up there and in North Texas. Wheat, their number 13 bumper crop, $35.5 million, 3,975 bushels produced out of 162 farms. 53,000 acres harvested. Milk, well, anywhere you have cows, you're going to have milk. 25 million in milk. 7,000 milk cows in 2022. 55 grade A dairy herds. I don't know what makes a herd grade A, but I'm not in, that's not my line. And last but not least, peanuts. And peanuts is used for more than just eating. But mainly that's the way my greedy ass think is eating. I eat some peanuts. 53.3 million pounds produced. 13,000 acres harvested out of 113 farms, and 12.6 million. I got an armored phone, right? Let's try that again. Good thing I got an armored phone. I don't know what made that sucker just decide it want to slide off the damn truck, and it's rubber. Got a rubber back on it. And Mississippi Value of Production Estimates, December 2022, source Mississippi State University, Division of Agriculture, Forestry, and Veterinary Medicine, Mississippi Farm Bureau Federation. Folks, that's just that line of business. Mississippi doesn't have a production problem. Mississippi don't even have a super high population like it used to way back long time ago. Is it populate? Yeah. Well, Jackson, okay, that's one town. Meridian, okay, that's two. I mean, but come on. No diss to nobody. I'm not trying to diss Mississippi. Don't get me wrong. I'm not. This ain't no Mississippi snapback crack jokes. I'm not doing that. Why? Where's the money? I mean, we see the money. Where's the money going? Okay, I know the landowner got to get their money. I get it. Because the landowner and the farmers and the cultivators, because they the ones got to pay for the equipment, the tractors, the combines, the trucks that haul all the stuff. Well, the trucks to get it from the field normally to the silos and all that other stuff. Those trucks normally belong to the farm. It's once they make a sale, like a soybean purchaser, a timber purchaser, a fish purchaser, like the dude from one of the big dude that buy fish for Kroger, on a national scale. He down there, they bargaining, going back and forth scale, this, that, and other, and you competing with other fisheries. You competing with Texas with catfish. You definitely competing with Louisiana for catfish. Definitely. Because, man, you catch catfish and shrimp in Louisiana minding your business. What's that? What's a damn shrimp? What the hell? Emotional damage. I mean, but certain states have, they have certain things that other states just don't, you ain't getting catfish in Wisconsin. If it is, it came there on a truck, okay, from the South. But anyway, why do they say Mississippi is so poor? And you look at some of these small towns. I remember when we was going to where I was going in Mississippi, because we had to make two stops in Mississippi on our way to Alabama, and my 2 stops in Alabama. I was going for about a week and a half. Took me about a week and a half to do all this, and of course, we went by truck. I wasn't flying. This was right at the beginning of the face diaper movement. It wasn't mandatory yet, but it was about time I made it back to Texas. It was in full swing. But and man, it was some towns, they were just gone. I mean, the structures and whatnot was there, but I'm like, there's one car, and there's one car in the main strip that goes down, right through town where you park sideways up at the building. There's a handful of vehicles, but once you get through there, 2 minutes ain't nothing. Wait a minute. And I wasn't thinking about looking at this stuff like I just done there. That wasn't happening. But now I'm looking at that. Wait a minute. I'm missing something, y'all. And I ain't trying to be funny. I'm literally missing something. I don't know how and it probably so damn simple. That's probably why I can't see it, because I have a habit of overthinking. I admit it. It is a flaw of mine, and I openly admit it. But I don't get it, y'all. Where's that money? going, and I had to go, and we swung through Liberty, Mississippi, Amed County, in Liberty, Mississippi. That's where Jerry Clower is from. He is a country comedian. He been dead for a while. My grandpa used to listen to Jerry Clower on the radio, on the what was that, Nashville Network? What was that? The country. I can't even remember, because they would have country music stars and whatnot. And this was black and white TV. Anyway, forget it. And I got pictures of me in Liberty, Mississippi. And, oh God. Some of them folks is kind of, they don't seem mean or bad spirited, just different. Which ain't no law against being different. But hell, you can find that anywhere. Where's it going? How can some I don't know. And man, there was plenty of land for sale. Shoot, man, there was so much stuff for sale down there, but then they're like, yeah, but what you gonna do? It's for sale. Where you gonna go? Man, and some huge houses. Some of them, when you get off the main drag going through these little towns. Look at the size of this freaking house. Are you kidding me? Man, ain't nobody lived in that house in 20 years. What? Well, Miller, I'm like, yeah, but you got road here. I mean, it ain't road. Ooh, man. Now, one thing, man, I'm like, y'all need to do something with this damn highway. What are y'all doing? And because y'all know I used to work for a road construction company. So I look at a road and I can tell you the composition of it when it start breaking off. And, because you got to worry about elasticity. You got to strike that balance between flexibility and strength. Because you make it too rigid, and certain things, it'll break. Once it cracks, you get the water in. Water gets in, it swells. It starts cutting up, doing what's called an undertow of the thing. Freeze, it swells, it buckles. You run over it, it breaks. The water goes away, pothole. It really is just that simple. But it's simple for a guy that used to pave roads. Well, it was on don't take it as I'm out here paving a road by myself. Hell no. I was a tick on the ass of a real big dog called Keller Construction. So I miss that old man. But anyway, I'm like, man, I'm missing something. You Peckerwood, they ain't gonna let you. What? Man, I had a couple of people look at me funny, especially when we was in the store. How y'all doing? Yeah, this, that, and other. Can't help. Now we just getting some gas and refueling here, and get some Gatorade and whatnot. I don't drink Gatorade. I drink the Powerade, the sugar-free one. But everybody say Gatorade. And I noticed one thing in Mississippi. They called everything pop, soda pop. No, Coke, excuse me. Coke. What kind of Coke you want? What? You want Pepsi? You want Sprite? You want RC Cola? So they use Coke as a general term. It covers all sodas. Then you tell them what Coke. And when you eating at a restaurant, the small ones, family home type, you ask for milk. If you didn't ask for sweet milk, they give you buttermilk. I remember that, but I remembered that from when I went there with Daddy when I couldn't have been no more than 10. And I remember that then. Because if you wanted what we call regular milk, whole milk, 2%, whatever the hell, you'd have that's sweet milk. Okay? Give y'all a little southern etiquette. But this is off in the wood. This ain't mainstream middle of Jackson. I mean, we're talking the two places we had to go. He ain't small. So, and Piggly Wiggly is still a thing in Mississippi. I guess so. Well, so it's same in Louisiana because when I was stationed at Fort Polk, that's what we had. We had Piggly Wiggly. How can this? There got to be a way. I mean, because you got so much there. Fish, okay, license from the state, hatchery, or processing. You got plenty of people. You got what? Plenty of people. You got folk to work. If they got a high unemployment, I ain't saying that you can use it as a way to take advantage of people, but you got people that's trainable. And we ain't talking, you ain't building computer chips. You know, you're not assembling hard drives in a static free, dust free, zero stat room. That's not what you're doing. Even though my brain was telling me, I think Mississippi would be a perfect place to put a server farm. Because I look at their land cost per acre, their kilowatt hour, dollar per kilowatt hour electric rate, and their water service rate. Because you know you got to run the AC and then your chillers, you got to keep everything cool. Like Mississippi would be a perfect place, in my opinion, to operate a server farm. I'm not joking. Now, I don't have the wherewithal and the means to do it. I'd have to keep it techie to do. Hold on, Nick, let me take care of this. Cause yeah, I'm from Louisiana, but we right next to Miss. You let me handle this, all right? Go on, techie, shit. Y'all just stand back and watch the sparks fly. But, gotta be something missing. Gotta be something missing. Mississippi ain't Arkansas. No diss to Arkansas either. Because I know they're cash strapped, but they're not overtaxed. And Mississippi was one of the first states to go, you know, with the no tax deal. I've done the story on that too in my civil rights era video. But I gotta be missing something. But I think somebody with a plan and with a little bit of pocket change and don't have roots tied to no other place, and they got the know-how, man, that's a lot of damn money for such a. But man, all that fertile ground. I guess the Mississippi River has a lot to do with it, bringing, because you know when your tides change, you know, water flow this time of year, flow this way, and then you know you bring in stuff, then the fresh rains, and if it overflows its banks, you know, then you get to push more of the silt from the bottom and it comes over the land. Yeah, it's bad for right now, but wait till it soaks in. Boy, about your next planting season, you probably gonna, if you don't get flooded no more, I got two words for you: bumper crop. There gotta be a way, y'all. Not for me. I'm just talking in general, cause I'm almost about ready to go out the pasture. I'm an old dog. I ain't. It's only so far I'm gonna walk off the porch to bark at anybody. This is for somebody up, man. Think of something. Y'all be good, be safe. Bye.